E3's over! What? What? Oh, hi. Welcome to episode 110 of the FlameFlash.net podcast. We've fully recovered, I think, from trying to follow all of E3, especially via Twitter. Pardon the nervous twitches. But with that being said, we'll get to the Raptor Report. Now, the reason Raptor failed to send out an alert email last week is because they were sitting back, taking their time, and redoing it and making it more awesome. So, if you haven't signed up for Raptor yet, raptr.com. I'm over at FlameFlash, so /FlameFlash. Sign up. You're a gamer, or you probably wouldn't be here. Or you're a parent, in which case you should probably be monitoring your kids' gaming. And either way, this is a great site. The Raptor Report, newly formatted, starts with Yoshi. You know, that classic Virtual Console game that's currently available on the Wii U for, 30 cents. It's a classic puzzle game. The baby girl, especially, enjoyed cheering Daddy on for the 15 minutes I played it the other night. And she loved watching a little baby Yoshi hatch. They understand eggs now, thanks to the Robin's Nest. Check flameflash.net if you're unfamiliar with that. So, seeing these little Yoshis pop out of eggs is a fantastic thing for her. It's also a good game. I still wish, as I said on the Yoshi community, on Miiverse, that this was the Super Nintendo version. It should have been. I don't understand why it's not. Do they have some kind of rights issue with that, with the Super Nintendo version that they don't with the regular version? I mean, Yoshi doesn't even appear on the on the regular Nintendo except for two puzzle games, Yoshi's Cookie and Yoshi. So why the crap did they not release the Super Nintendo version of it? Oh well. Wii Fit Plus shows up on the Raptor Report. We'll move on. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March again. So this is one of those DSiWare games that I picked up a long time ago. The kids eventually erased all of my save file, but Newbie insisted the other day, sitting in my lap, that I fire this up on my 3DS. So I obliged, played a little bit. Superman came over and cheered me on as well, and enjoyed. A good game. Would have probably rather have done something else, but as a parent gamer, you take your opportunity where you can find it. Trust me. Just trust me. So, next up is New Super Mario Bros. U. Now, today, June 20th, new Luigi U was released. I have the disc pre-ordered. It was a Father's Day gift from Little Miss, and that's the way we're going. I like my disc-based when it's possible. I like discs. They're safer. Something goes wrong with the internet, I'd still have my discs. But New Super Mario Bros. U, son and I played it together. He on the gamepad in assist mode. For some reason, he insisted on assist mode, and then I, as Mario, running all over the place. His goal was to get my help in unlocking more of the star coins of some levels, and so we did that. Whew. Yay, yawns. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. So I'm slowly still working through this one. It's a good game. It's a really good game. Strategy, quasi-RPG. I like it. I enjoy it. Not really a huge story to speak of, but the mechanics of your opponents so far haven't been impossible, but have been enjoyable. Now, if you're not familiar, so I haven't really seriously talked about this game seriously in a while, you basically match units and their colors, or by colors and type, and then they fling their ability after a brief warm-up period at the opponent. Now, there is a multiplayer aspect to it that I've never tried, so no idea there. But through the story campaign so far, you start unlocking more units, more colors, and say you stack up 3 fairies. These are literal fairies, you know, from fantasy realms. Think Zelda. And so you stack up 3 of these same colored fairies, and they shoot their ability across the screen at the opponent. Now, they'll either hit the opponent's army and probably disturb something there, or they'll hit the opponent's hit points directly if they shot gets all the way across the field. And that's it. There are some units that say require 4 of the same color stacked behind it, more in a square shape. There are specialized units that you stack 2 of the same color behind it. But it's a very straightforward game, and it's worthy of some attention. Littlest pet shop under my chair. I was wondering what the world that was. So, Nintendo Land shows up on the Raptor Report. It's Nintendo Land. I have discussed this in depth regularly, so I'll just let it be. Sims 3 shows up. I think I played this myself a little bit, just getting deeper into the university, which has been my favorite expansion thus far. Now, every expansion is iterative. It builds on top of each other. I'm looking forward to this Island Paradise thing that's coming out next week. But my favorite expansion of all time of Sims 2 was University. And I'm leaning towards that way right now in Sims 3. I haven't had a huge amount of time to dedicate to one group of students yet, but I like how they've orchestrated it. I like how they've managed to pull it off. It's like the World Adventures vacationing, but you're studenting instead. Skylanders Giants shows up. Yay, Activision money grab. Hooray! Yeah, I've been sucked in. I have been thoroughly and unapologetically sucked into this little world. And it's because I have kids. If I didn't have kids, I'd have no interest in this. I mean, they're little... I've talked about it before, but it's a great game to play with your kids. It really is. And frankly, I'd like to play it solo too, just to delve even deeper into it. But I've discussed it before. I'm sucked in, and it's probably where I'll be staying for a while as far as Wii U RPGs go. I want some time with Final Fantasy 13. Please. Did I say that out loud? Oh, it's my bad. World of Warcraft. You know, looking at the time, I'm really close to the start of Midsummer Fire Festival. It's one of my favorite WoW holidays. I think because of just there's so much free experience points. It's diabolical how many free experience points are just floating out there for you to go and grab. There are 2 dailies that you can do from the safety and comfort of the Exodar or Silver Moon, and rake in that golden experience. Rake it in. Just rake it. Now, it does completely screw over any possibility of normal play for the foreseeable 2 weeks, but it's so much free experience points. I just can't get over that. Can you tell I'm excited about it? Now, not to mention, if you start to go and try for the title on one of your characters that doesn't have it yet, not sure why you would, given that all your characters have it thanks to the shared achievement points, but if you want to go for it again just for the heck of it, there's so much free experience right there too. Every single one of those darn fires, whether you're honoring a flame or desecrating your opposite faction flame, free XP. You're swimming in it. Go on. If you're leveling an alt and you are absolutely sick of the area you're currently in, go grab some flames. That's it. I expect to push most of my characters, as I usually do, up at least 1 level thanks to the torch tossing and catching alone. 1 level. So 11 characters, 1 level each. Just ding 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 ding. Now, because it's so experience heavy, I always hang back and don't play my level cap characters, but this time I only have 2 level cap characters. So, woohoo! I'm in the XP. I'm in the XP. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, moving on. We're gonna segue out of the Raptor Report because that was it. 13 hours of gaming though, for a working dad of 5. That's pretty darn good when you think about it. Whoever says being a parent screws over gaming is wrong. Sure, I'm not playing, M-rated games, but who cares? Walking Dead is sitting on my hard drive, waiting for me patiently. When I have the chance to play it, I'll play it. Heck, I might have a chance tomorrow night. It's Friday. But I'll probably be torch tossing. Priorities, yo! New Blossoming Ancient is in the pet store. Now, I posted it on Monk of Mists. I'll just mention it here again because it's gorgeous. It's slightly oversized. So if you're hungry for a slightly larger companion pet, there it is. Give it a pet biscuit. Watch it grow. And watch as on, tomorrow, it changes. It goes from spring to summer. Very cool. Very cool. So, 3DS news from E3. There are plans to augment StreetPass. Now this comes in 2 ways. I think I linked to the article regarding the Western markets so that when you say hit an official McDonald's Nintendo Zone or Best Buy Nintendo Zone, you'll StreetPass basically to that device, and then that device StreetPasses to anybody who has StreetPass to it recently. More details I'm sure are forthcoming, but more puzzle pieces. More frequently. We need it. We're too spread out here in the States. I pass by one guy regularly, aside from my family. I pass by the Target Display 3DS, and then occasionally pick up a StreetPass at Walmart from one of the cashiers. There is a Walgreens cashier that I have discovered has a 3DS. Only StreetPass them twice now. And then occasionally I StreetPass more people at the mall. Very rarely. They're probably employees, Nintendo enthusiasts. Say when I venture into GameStop, I occasionally get one. Well, duh. I would feel like they're not aware of what's going on if I didn't StreetPass at least one person in GameStop. Occasionally. You know, shifts down the line and whatnot. But that's about it Nintendo-wise this week. How about iOS? iOS 7 was announced. I think it's time to nod off again. Seriously. So, we get the Control Center. Ooh, Control Center. It pulls up from the bottom of your screen, kind of like how the Notification Center pulls down from the top. It's neat, I suppose, but I get all those features right now in the Android OS that I have. Control Center and Notification Center are right there. Multitasking. Pattern monitoring. Now, this is kind of cool and creepy. If you regularly check the weather at about the same time every day, the iPhone is going to go and query the weather app and have the data waiting for you. So that when you pull it up, boom, it's there. That's a little creepy. That's monitoring your habits that much. What other personal information is it gathering about you? But I'm not paranoid at all. At all. Really. Seriously. I'm not paranoid. At all. At all. I'm not paranoid. So, there's also this photo app. Formats and collections. I don't use my cell phone as my camera unless I'm desperate. So I don't really see that as being useful. Or if I do use it, it uploads immediately to Dropbox, and so I'm done. I'm good. I'm set. AirDrop, local file sharing. This is kind of neat. So, probably using local Wi-Fi, kind of like 3DS multiplayer. It, over the air, passes a file from phone to phone. Maybe it uses Bluetooth, who knows. But, phone to phone, blip bloop. Now your friend has the picture. A great way to share pictures without, say, oh, well, let me email that to you, or I'll post it to my Facebook and then you can download it from there. It makes it more seamless. That I approve of. Don't think I'll ever use it, but I approve of it. Safari enhancements. Cool. iCloud keychain and iCloud radio. Now, iCloud radio, big whoop. It's basically Pandora, from what I understand. But the iCloud keychain I like, except for the fact that it's storing my passwords. Except I do like that it's storing my passwords. Balance! So, it even generates passwords for you, so you don't even have to know your passwords. That's the disturbingly crazy thought. But it takes the ancient OS X keychain and just puts it in iCloud. Slightly dangerous? Yes, because the NSA is watching you. But slightly cool too. Now, speaking of ancient OS X, the OS X Mavericks OS was announced. Now, all of this was announced during E3 week, so that's why I kind of ignored it until now. You're going to get notifications. It's more of the mobile meets desktop melding amalgamation together. iCal enhancements. I like iCal a lot. I use it at home. I use Google Calendar at work. It's easier since it's a PC. But iCal is great as it stands in 10.6. So this 10.9, cool. Very cool. Is it 9 or 8? Oh well. Safari enhancements. Shared links. So you log in with your Facebook and your Twitter profile, and then everybody you follow, you can see what links they've shared. I like this. It means fewer emailing myself things from Twitter because it's going to be right there. Assuming I ever get a new computer that can run OS X Mavericks. iCloud keychain shows up. Makes sense. Extra multiple display support. So, in other words, right now say you have 2 monitors at your fancy Windows 8 desktop. Or Windows 7. Windows 7's a better example. You have your taskbar, you have your start menu, but over on this other monitor, you don't have any of that. Now, for a few under $20 on Steam, you can get a utility that will clone out a taskbar and start menu over on your other monitor. OS X Mavericks is doing that for you. So you'll get your dock along the bottom. It sounds like you can move apps between the screens and then they'll bounce between docks on the screens. Pretty cool. I look forward to seeing that one in action. Last but not least, Finder tabbing. So it takes Chrome or Safari and just, now you don't have to open up multiple windows. You just open up multiple tabs in the one window like you would on your web browser and go. Now, how responsive is this going to be for, say, drag and dropping files? We'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure you can also undock a tab and make a totally new window, kind of like you can in Safari or Chrome. Finally, the Mac Pro was announced. The Mac Pro Tube. It looks amazing. I have no idea how much it costs. Go check the show notes. Drool at it. I wouldn't do it justice. Just go drool at it. How about the Xbox 180? Yeah, I went there. So, myextralife.com called it. I accredit those guys. I credit Mr. Scott Johnson of The Instance podcast, of myextralife.com, of the Frog Pants Network, with the first coining of the term, the Xbox 180. Because that's what they did. They turned right around and hightailed it out of there. Because people didn't like digital rights management. Really? There's a shocker. If I buy the bloody disc, I expect to own the bloody disc. But Microsoft reversed. Plunged it into reverse, whacked that gas pedal, and did a 180. I'm proud of them for listening. I'm also going to mock them for not looking at the market and being smarter. Sony still has $100 on them, though. So it's all about those early exclusives now, guys. Good luck. Last but not least, we're going to venture away from gaming. Bank of America was telling employees to lie to homeowners. If you're a Bank of America customer, Run screaming into the night. Get out of there. Find someplace else, please. These guys are... well, they're not human. I still say the United States royally screwed up on how they handled the bank crisis of 2008. We should have let the banks fail and bailed out the American people. But average Mr. and Mrs. Smith of Washington decided, I don't want to see my lobbyists fall. Can you tell I'm bitter about this one? Now, to bring it to a personal note, we've been trying to buy a house. The owners have a loan from, guess who? Bank of America. We have been trying to buy this house since October. All of our information is in a row, yet they keep asking for more documentation, they keep dragging things out, they keep asking for tweaks to forms, they keep asking for updates to forms because they purposefully let them start running too late. Is this sounding familiar to anybody yet? Oh, that's right, I haven't posted the show notes yet, but go read it once I have posted the show notes, because they're doing it to us. They do it to buyers. If they do it to buyers, it just proves they do it to sellers. Red Flare and I have been talking for a while about how, in such bad faith, Bank of America has been dealing with us. We're ready. Our bank is ready and saying, let's go. We want the Flame Flash clan's money. And Bank of America says, hold on. They forgot to dot an I right here and cross a T over here. And oh, let's have them put the zip code on this particular form, even though it wasn't mentioned on the form that it was required. What? Somebody, anybody, explain to me how that makes any sense and how they're still operating in good faith. Please. I'm begging you. And you can do it over at podcast@flameflash.net. That's the email address. Fling a tweet at me at FlameFlash. Follow me on Raptor. Raptor.com, raptr.com/FlameFlash. Those are your 3 best places to get a hold of me. We're also over on Facebook, but the Facebook page isn't super reliable. So, those are the 3 best places. This has been an episode 110 of Rambling. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually cut a couple of things out that I just was overlap. I look forward to a quiet, peaceful weekend at home. May the same be said. May you all, y'all, receive the same. Flame Flash, signing out.